everybody, it's Matt from Junior Horror Movies, and welcome to my end of the month haul for my horror pickups on DVD and Blu-ray for the month of April. I hope everyone's having a good year so far. Let's get into the goodies that I've picked up. We have all different types of goodies to show off. Right off the bat, we have from Vinegar Syndrome called All American Murder. I guess it's a horror thriller, and this is a movie I have not seen yet, so has anybody seen it? I'd like to hear your thoughts. It's pretty much the same. I guess it's like a horror thriller. So, yeah, can't wait to dive into that. Next up we have is Beast Within. This is a werewolf film, and the werewolf is all practical, which I thought was pretty cool. Pretty much a host party for a video game, kind of like a Who is the Werewolf, based on a card game, and they turn into a video game, so they had a launch party, and somehow someone is a werewolf going around. Now, with this movie, it kind of starts off near the end, but not the actual end. It works back to the original beginning, so you can kind of know who the werewolf is, but they throw a twist in, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I liked how the werewolf looked. I liked the practical effects on it. So yeah, Beast Within, pretty cool flick. Next up, from Cauldron Films. I did not get all of them. Just got this one called Beyond Terror. I got the slip. I did not get the Giallo. I missed out on that one, so I'll just have to wait till they do a different release without the slip. It's okay. I've had a couple with the slips without, but I did snag Beyond Terror. The Giallo, I think it sold out so fast. It was weird. Some anime. Got off eBay for dirt cheap is Blood, the Last Vampire. It's another anime I did not own, and I found it on eBay for cheap. So I think the DVD's out of print. So, yeah, can't wait to dive into this one. It's a short one. I think it's only 70 minutes, maybe, I think it is. But I can't wait to give this horror anime a watch. I heard really good things about it. Next up, we have from... Who put this out? This was one of the Make Flicks films called Brimstone Incorporated. It is a horror anthology, low-budget horror anthology. I dug it. I thought it was pretty cool. The whole people come to hell, they meet their lawyer, and the lawyer's like, well, you know why you're here, right? I'm like, no, I've been good. And then they go into the story of what brought him to this, and he has some pretty cool stuff. You have the blind date that goes gets out of hand. A woman who is really possessive of her son, and what was the other one? I forgot what the other one was. Wow, I don't remember. Oh, the drug, the one that the guy gets the bad weed. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, Brimstone Incorporated. Definitely recommend checking that out if you like anthologies. Next up from SRS Cinema is Camp Murder. This is another slasher that just went out of print. It's another shot-on-video film. And for some reason, the shot-on-videos slashers go out of print fast, out of stock. So I think he'll probably do another re-release of this. But Camp Murder, can't wait to dive into this one. Looks pretty cheesy. Yeah, look at that outfit. So yeah, Camp Murder. If anybody's seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Next up from Vinegar Syndrome, we have The Cellar. This is one I have not. I actually just watched it, and I thought it was really cool. I watched the producer's cut. There's a director's cut and there's the producer's cut, which is the theatrical release. Then there's the director's cut, which is his cut, his release that he had that he pretty much kept to himself, and finally decided to release it on the blue. And here's the reversible cover art, which I thought was kind of neat with the blood latch. It's a fun little creature feature, especially watching the different release. The original release, they actually redid it, recut it, and everything on him, so he wasn't too happy on that. But yeah, if you like creature features, The Cellar, so excited to finally have that on Blue. They never had a DVD release. It was only on VHS, and it was the other cut. So we got something good with it. We got 2 different versions. Next up we have is Chiller. This is a English anthology. It was a made-for-TV show in the 90s over in England that never had a release over here until Synapse released this DVD. It's 5 stories. They're all about an hour long. They're actually pretty cool. They're very dark and twisted. I definitely recommend it if you like those type of movies. This was actually pretty fun. I wish they did more on this, but unfortunately we get 5 episodes, but it's on 2 discs. So you got some good stuff on there. Next up we have a box set. And this is a book. We have the Dungeon of Andy Milligan collection. Seven released this. It's solid. You could probably knock someone out with this thing. Here are all the films. I'll let you pause it here to check out the ensemble of movies. But it's in this thick case, cool book. Got the booklet inside. I love how the box set looks like it's all weathered and dilapidated, but it's not. So yeah, again, solid, thick-ass box set. I love these box sets. We're getting all this good stuff. So yeah. If anybody's dived into it, let me hear your thoughts on it, if you dove into the box set so far. Next up, we have from STS Entertainment. Why not? We got Ebola Rex versus Murder Hornets. Now, I have the other 2. I have watched Murder Hornets. It's cheesy. I did a review on it for my 31 Days of Horror. I had to watch Ebola Rex. Then when I get around to watching that one, I will watch this. And I guess it has a ton of their other movies all wrapped into this. Like, there was 5G Zombies, Ebola Rex, Murder Hornets, and Arachnado. So there's a lot of shit going on in this movie. Why not? I love my creature features. So this is the insert that I put on here. So I love that insert. The DVD cover itself is, artwork's not the greatest, but I like that old Atari look. So why not? Oops, put another one out of place, but oh well. We have is Deserto. This one looked like a Americanized version of Wolf Creek. I haven't dove into this one yet, but want to soon. Looks like this gentleman at the American border from Mexico is hunting Mexicans coming over from Mexico and hunting them pretty much. So it's another kind of like what could say Wolf Creek type style. If anybody's seen this, I'd like to hear your thoughts. The trailer looked really good, so got off from the trailer. We'll see. Alright, next up we have a slasher called Getaway. This is put out by, I think, Gravitas Ventures. It's a low budget slasher, but it was actually entertaining. Pretty much some film students go out and they're trying to make a horror movie, and someone is going around picking them off one at a time, your typical slasher, wearing this weird scarecrow mask. When I first saw the cover, I thought it was like a gator mask, but it's a scarecrow mask. Some of the kills are pretty cool, some are your typical, but again, it's a low budget slasher. Definitely recommend it if you like slashers. So yeah, Getaway. Next up, we have Gog, some old 1954 from Kino Lorber. I guess it's got the 3D version on here too. Some killer robots. Why not? And next up from Vinegar Syndrome, we have Grave Secrets. It's got the reversible artwork. This is their special line that they put out. It's numbered. There's my number right there. So, yeah. The thing with these slipcovers, they slide out from the back, but when you want to put them back in, it's a pain in the ass. For some reason, there's like a latch or something hits the plastic, and it's a pain in the butt. But Grave Secrets, it's another one I have not seen. I've been wanting to check out, and the eyes kind of, the light make it pretty cool. So yeah, if anybody's seen Grave Secrets, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Okay, next up we have Hayride. This is another type of slasher in vein of like Texas Chainsaw, I guess. It was always going out of print on Amazon. I know it's one of their burn-on-demand blues. Finally came back in stock for a really cheap price, as they figured, snag it up now. I think there's a sequel out there. So, if there's a sequel, please let me know. I gotta watch that one too. Alright, next up we have Hell Trip. This is another slasher. Kind of takes place in South America. They are going, a bunch of tourists in South America go to a wildlife reserve, and someone wearing this badass Punisher-looking type mask on camos, picking them off. Everybody's getting picked off, and there's a reason why. They're all the killers in camo, going around hunting them, and again, it's kind of different scenery. I want to say it's not your typical cabin in the woods or they're in or camping somewhere. This is in South America. You got all wildlife out there. So yeah, those are the Blind Buy, another Gravitas Ventures blue, and I dug it. So Hell Trip, that was a pretty cool flick. Okay, next up we have another box set from Vinegar Syndrome. This really caught my attention. Called Homegrown Horrors Volume 1. It's got some cool flicks in here. One is actually an upgrade. I actually had it on DVD. And the one I had on DVD was Beyond Dream's Door. Pretty cool flick. If you've never seen it, a lot of cool practical effects, pretty good gore. So that was my upgrade. But it's got this one called Final Exam. I don't know what that is, but this looks pretty dope. I can't wait to dive into this box set. And last we have is Winter Beast. It's like another type of creature feature. Color me intrigued. I am diving into this set. I can't wait. I'm probably going to watch all of them. And it's got this cool... there's the 3 films right there. There's your movies. That's the back. And there's your side again. So another big ass thick box from Vinegar Syndrome. Like how they did their Giallos. Oh god, yes. Gotta love them. Next up we have from Mondo Macabro. And that is Howl of the Devil. This is the reverse cover art. The other art had some boobies in the cover. But this is their limited edition one. It's got the cards in there. This is numbered. I forgot what number I got. But another Paul Nashley film that I did not own. And I'm surprised that Mondo's picking these up. So I'm glad they are. And releasing these on blue. So yeah. Next up we have I Am Lisa. Another type of werewolf type film. Revenge flick. That was pretty neat. It's a low budget flick. The revenge is cool. You kind of feel sorry for the girl because she's get picked on by these girls, and the sheriff is corrupt. Runs the town. Of course, they feed her to the wolves, but she survives, and now she's out for revenge. So yeah, I Am Lisa. I Am Lisa. Pretty cool flick. Definitely recommend it. Some shot on video trilogy. I Was a Teenage Gorehound. My friend, who is his own YouTube channel, he just changed it. He was wow. That's now Stephen Bloodworth. He was Shock Extreme 1. Shock Extremes Productions. Now he's Stephen Bloodworth. He did his version, and that is on here. It's a bunch of shorts, and I forgot which one his was. I think it was The Cross. He did it. So that's awesome. He got his own movie on a movie collection. So yeah, some more shot on video goodness. Good job, Steve. Can't wait to check it out. So yeah, that's another reason why I bought it, is because his movie's on there. Gotta support your friends. Got some bunch of kaiju films. From SRS Cinema, we have The Idol. I forgot all about this one that they released it. It's some weird ass flick, so I can't wait to dive into it. If anybody's seen The Idol, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Next up is a Walmart find. It was actually pretty cool. And that's called Killer Karaoke. Fucking weird ass movie. The the dubbing to English is awful, but it's hysterical. There are these two big fat twins in there. When they start talking, the dubbed into English is funny the way they talk. I was laughing through this whole movie just because of the dubbing. It was so bad. This was I think a Thai film, and of course this girl was murdered, cut up. Her heart was placed in this karaoke machine, and now when someone plugged in the karaoke machine, it sparks up the heart and sends out her evil spirit, and now she must go around with this karaoke machine. It pops out of nowhere. You have to sing or you die. So pretty much if you're out of tune, your score is below a certain score, or you mess up the lyrics, you're dead. And there's some cool kills. Then you become a ghost and you're haunted with her. So yeah, pretty fun. I liked it. Again, if you like the twisted kind of weird stuff, I think you might enjoy Killer Karaoke. It goes by a different name on IMDb. I forgot what it was, but it was the Thai name to it. Good luck. Next up we have is Kiss of the Vampire from Scream Factory. I found it at Soundgarden. Had to snag it up. Another kaiju that I did not own is Konga TNT. It's like another type of giant killer ape film. More shot on video, probably weird shit, so who knows. From Dark Force Entertainment, we have Magdalena, Possessed by the Devil. I think it's another, maybe an Exorcist ripoff type flick. This does glow in the dark. The cover glows in the dark. And that's the other side, as known as the Devil's Female. That's the alternate title. So, pretty cool. Can't wait to dive into this one at some point. Another one from... this one surprised me, that Massacre Video released this. So funny. And that is McCall. This is the Bollywood version of Nightmare on Elm Street. It kind of combines, I think, 1 through 5 on here. And here is the alternate artwork. It's like a snake or something. So who knows. Yeah, they actually got the license to it. Mondo Macabro actually owned the DVD, which is way out of print. The Bollywood, there's 3 of them, different volumes. They go for an insane amount of money. So now they put this out on Blu-ray. I bet you that DVD is going to be cheaper to find. Maybe. But so cool to have this, a Bollywood version of Nightmare on Elm Street. I already have the Bollywood of Child's Play. So who knows? They got to deal with a Bollywood distributor, I think. And they got this one. So who knows what we're going to get. Hope we get some cool shit. Next from Shot on Video. Some more Shot on Video films. On SOV Horror, we have Monster in the Garage, which that's the one I got it for. And Zombie Love Slave. So I can't wait to check out Monster in the Garage. Just because the title alone, it's a monster in a garage. Next up, we have another SRS Cinema with Monster Seafood Wars. Just that artwork looks fucking weird. You have a weird kaiju with giant squids and octopus and a crab with a giant robot chef. Okay, you got me. I can't wait to dive into that. More weird kaiju goodness. Yeah. Another awesome anthology, the Mortuary Collection from Shudder. I loved it, so I can't wait to dive into this one again. I loved a lot of the stories. I dug it up pretty well, so I'm glad to own this into the collection. So thank God they put that on physical release. I did find an old Anchor Bay. The reason why I bought it is because I couldn't just leave it on the shelf. For $2.99, I figured I'm going to buy it and put it in storage. Because I already have the Blu-ray, I have the Arrow. And that, of course, is Nightmare City. Not one of the rare ones, but, you know, you find the old Anchor Bay title. They get a little harder to find. It does have the insert on there. So it's pretty much all together. So I couldn't pass it up. I love finding the old Anchor Bays in the wild. Get a little more rare to find. Next up, I won a contest, and I got a gift card. I did a video on it, on the movies, but here again, we have Oasis of the Zombies from the Redemption line. Pretty low budget, goofy flick. Next up, we have a documentary, On the Trail of Bigfoot, The Journey. This is put out by Small Town Monsters. They do a lot of documentaries based on cryptozoology and cryptids. This happens to be their next Bigfoot one. They have several Bigfoot ones out there, but this is their newest one. From Soundgarden again, I've grabbed Phantom of the Opera. This is the 1967 Hammer flick. I think it's 67. Yeah, but it's one I did not own, so I'm glad to have that one in the collection. And of course, it's got some cool special features to it. Next up from Wild Eye, I don't see me getting much of those, but I grabbed this one called Pipeline. I actually watched this the other day, and the story was pretty cool. It's a very low budget film, and pretty much about this monster that lives in the walls of this house. And the people who own the house send people in. They do like a bed and breakfast and feed the monster. The monster goes through the pipes and sucks you in through different pipes. And one girl gets sucked through like a washing machine, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, you don't see much of the monster at all. It's like all shades. So they had a very low budget to it. Not much special effects or anything, but the story was pretty neat, and it was decent to watch. So yeah, a lot of people probably won't enjoy it, but I did. So it's a keeper for me, and I hope to see more. There's something at the end of the credits. Next up, another Shudder exclusive is The Reckoning. Don't know much about it. I figured it sounded pretty cool about witchcraft and everything. Had to get this one to watch. If anybody's seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts. I did grab Rent-A-Pal. Excuse me, another one I have not seen yet. If anybody's seen it, I'd like to hear your thoughts. A couple of my friends have seen it and said, Matt, you gotta get it. It's a cool, psychological, fucked up film. Kind of like 1 Hour Photo, they told me. I'm like, alright, I'll give it a shot. Another one I got from my gift card was The Reptile from Scream Factory. Some more good old Hammer shit. Another documentary we have is Sam and Maddie Make a Zombie Movie. I've read the story on this, and it's about two gentlemen who are mentally disabled. They have different types of Down syndrome, and they pull this town together to make a zombie film. And they wrote it, directed it, and some of them starred in it. So I can't really give this one a watch. It's kind of neat reading on the synopsis of this. So yeah, why not? Sam and Maddie Make a Zombie Movie. From Twilight Time, which you don't hear me talk about most often, but I decided to grab it. It's another giallo I did not own. 7 Deaths in the Cat's Eye. I know, was it 88 Films released one not that long ago. I never grabbed it. So I'm grabbing this one. It just got released through Screener Archives. So if anybody's seen this giallo, I'd like to hear your thoughts. Next up we have Shadow in the Clouds. This is a cool creature feature. It takes place during, I think, World War II. About this girl who has specific orders to board this plane with a specific cargo. And of course she gets on the plane, they put her in the belly gunner. And they're like, we can't have a girl on our plane. Fuck that, it's all bad luck and everything. Well, she starts seeing things down in the gunner. First she sees, some Japanese Zero planes. Then she sees something crawling along. Happens to be like a gremlin. Back then, They said gremlins were creatures that worked on planes and ships and everything that would cause them to malfunction and break. This happens to be a really cool looking type of gremlin. The score is pretty cool. Definitely recommend it. Fun flick. I thought it was a cool type of creature feature / timepiece. And speaking of timepiece, I had the action figure, but I never owned the movie, and that is The Time Machine, H.G. Wells. I don't know, for some reason I just never had it, so now I do. So I had to grab that one. Next up, we got Tobar the Great, another old school from '54 robot run amok. Why not? We got another upgrade from Massacre Video called Toxic Zombies. Now this also goes by Blood Eaters, Butchers of the Damned. And I think there's another title it goes by. Forest of Fear. It goes by 3 titles. I think this was one of the video nasties. Pretty much was a crop dusting. They decided to use a new type of crop duster. And they hit a bunch of, I think they were hippies, or they were working on a plantation and they get infected and they start turning into zombies. Very low budget, fun flick. Glad to upgrade my DVD. So yeah, Toxic Zombies. Alright, we have another foreign flick. I think this is from Malaysia? Maybe. It's called Virgin Beach Creature. Also known as Jangalot. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rest of that word. It's another weird creature feature. Takes place, it's got English subs and no dubbing or anything. It's all practical too. About this creature called the Jangalot. There are these aquatic, like monkey type creatures that are protectors supposedly of their land. But this one is raised by a necromancer, and he sets it loose on this beach during like a spring break. And of course he starts picking off a bunch of the spring breakers, and the creature looked pretty neat. Again, it's all done practical effects. It does have some cool blood and guts to it. I figured, hey, I love my creature features. Let's go a little foreign. So yeah, this is a DVD-R. It's not an actual release. I think it's a bootleg I got from online. But hey, for what it is, I'm just glad to own it. So yeah, got a copy. Virgin Beach Monster. Or Virgin Beach Creature. Upgrade. Wicked City. Love this anime. So good. So gory. So fucked up. Next up we have is from Scream Factory. The Widow. This is a Russian film about a small town near St. Petersburg where their urban legend is a woman that was murdered, raped, and everything in a forest. Now she comes back to hunt those in the woods, gets them naked, and they go missing. So, of course, this rescue team is doing practice runs, and they get a call saying this little boy's lost. So they go out to find her with the help of a news reporter. And they go out trying to find this boy. But they end up finding an older woman, all naked and everything, so they try to figure it out. And she's telling me, no, you're doomed. She's coming. The widow is coming. Pretty cool flick. I thought it was kind of neat. I loved the story. The designs of everything was pretty cool. The setting was neat. So I definitely recommend checking out The Widow. Next up, one I did not own. I found on eBay pretty cheap. Weasels Writ My Flesh. Giant mutated weasel pretty much gets infected by, I think, toxic waste from a satellite. And it's made by a kid, I guess. I think it was a 16-year-old kid that made this movie. And yeah, finally owning this into the collection. I've had this on my Amazon wish list for quite some time, so finally grabbing it. A couple more. We have Willy's Wonderland. I fucking love this movie. Nicolas Cage has no dialogue whatsoever, but he beats the piss out of these possessed animatronics. It's kind of cool. They got a cool storyline why these animatronics come to life and murder and eat people. and why Willy's Wonderland is what it is. And the fucking theme song is addicting. Gets stuck in your head. So I loved this. This will make a great back-to-back with like Banana Splits horror movie. So yeah, we need more animatronic horror. That's for sure. And last for my gift card, I got Zombie Lake. Another one I've seen before. Very low budget, but I just never owned it. So yeah. That is it, guys. That is it for my haul for my month of April. Sorry, pretty long video, so I hope you stuck around and watched it. I'd like to hear your thoughts down below, your thoughts on my pickups and on the films that I have not seen. Or if you've seen them and just want to say, you know, you like those type of films or not. Excuse me. Again, please, if you haven't, like and subscribe. And put some comments down below. I like reading them and responding. So thanks very much. Thanks very much, guys. I'm not going to add that out. I'm tired. And I'm just getting done with this video. So, alright guys, stay tuned for some more videos. Have fun, stay safe, and keep watching horror. Peace.